What's up guys, before this video gets started, I just wanted to say that the Park Rat long sleeves are in stock. They're a thermal that you can wear underneath your ski gear. I do all of the work by hand to get the designs on these shirts, so it would really mean a lot to me if you guys pick them up. There's only a limited stock, so get them while they last. They're available in black and white, and I gotta say, I think they look pretty good. Link will be down below in the description. But anyways guys, let's get to the video. What is going on guys? Welcome back to another video. It's the Bag of Tricks here. Today we are going to be checking out the first ski trick you should be learning in the park, and that is how to ski slide or how to hit a rail on skis. So if you've been following the channel since the very beginning, you would know that this was actually my first ever video. Unfortunately, back then I didn't realize what copyright was and what the rules around music were, and YouTube actually removed that video, so I wanted to make it again right before the season to hopefully get you guys in that mindset, get you guys ready for the year. My resort opens up in a week. You guys are probably already skiing. I wish I was, but yeah, so I wanted to remake this video and explain it once again. So like I said, this trick is very basic. It's one of the first you're going to learn in the park, but there are a few things you can do to make it easier to learn. Step number one, I would say, is start with a smaller feature, a box, a ride-on feature. That's gonna make it a lot more comfortable for you to get started with. Just something you're confident with, something that if you crash on or slip out on, it's not gonna hurt too bad. Just something simple to get you started right away. And like I said, it could be a box, it could be anything. What we're really trying to do here is get the balance down, because once you get the balance down, you can really take this to any feature you want. So even a wide dance floor box or a box that's like 2 inches off the ground, it doesn't matter. Take it to something that you're very comfortable with. Step number two is going to be the speed you take into this trick. You want to go a little bit faster than you might be comfortable with. It's going to allow you to get down the feature, to complete the feature, but it's also going to make that transition from snow onto the feature much more smooth. If you go slow, it's kind of an abrupt transition and it might cause you to slip out, which is the number one mistake that people have when trying this trick. So take a little more speed than you might be comfortable with. It's gonna make it easier, I promise you. So when you leave the lip of the jump, this is when the trick actually starts to take place. You're gonna wanna do a complete 90-degree rotation before you land on the feature. A lot of people I see try this trick don't get that complete 90-degree rotation. They maybe do like a 70-degree, and that's just a recipe for disaster. You might end up splitting the rail and you know, hitting the area you don't want to hit on a rail if you do that. So really focus on getting that full 90-degree rotation. The next thing you are going to be thinking about at this point is your weight distribution. So the number one mistake people make when they do this trick is something like the following few clips. So I know those are on down rails, and that makes it a little more difficult to keep your balance, but slipping out is the number one problem that occurs when you hit rails for the first time. I think everybody I've ever seen slips out at some point, and it's just the natural way of how this trick takes place. It's just what happens. So what you really want to focus on is distributing your weight forward. And when you land on that feature, for the first few times, if you're doing it on a box especially, you can really focus on landing with all of your weight, not all of your weight, but a majority of your weight on that front foot. Now further down the line, this is not what you actually want to do. You're going to be perfectly even with your weight on your front and back feet. But at first, it will really help you to get the feel for that if you're distributing more of your weight to the front foot right when you land on the feature. The jump itself throws you in the back seat automatically. You're already going to be leaning back when you come off the jump, so it's very important to redistribute your weight. And from these clips, you can see that if you land on the rail and your weight is already on your back foot, it's already too late. Like, you're not going to be able to recover while you're on the rail and redistribute then. You have to do it in the air. Your weight has to be even once you land. You can't land and then distribute. You have to distribute it in the air and then land. Properly doing this is not just smashing your front foot hard onto the rail. You have to redistribute everything. Your upper body, your lower body, your core, your head, your shoulders, everything needs to be in line and has to be in the right position in order for this to work. So remember, it's more than just your legs, it's your entire body that's going to control how you balance once you land on the rail. Like I said, at first, landing with most of your weight, if not all of your weight on the front foot is going to make this a lot easier. It's going to give you an exaggerated feeling of how it should be, and then you can scale it back a little bit as you get more comfortable. So once you get that weight distribution down, you might find it a little bit difficult to make it to the end of the rail. This just kind of comes with practice, with speed, with the right trajectory off the jump. But one tip I will give you for this is to keep your head up and look at the end of the rail. That makes it a lot easier to make your way all the way down it. You might not notice really where you're looking when you're doing this for the first few times, but once you get more comfortable, you can try to look at the end of the rail and it'll make it easier for you to slide the entire feature to the end, pop off, land forward, ride away. One final tip for you guys is to keep soft knees. You don't want to be stiff-legged when you land on the rail. You want to kind of absorb that shock. It's really going to make it easier to smoothly transition throughout this trick. So keep it soft, keep it athletic, don't lock out those knees because that is going to instantly send you to the slip out. As this is a trick that really takes a lot of repetition and a lot of practice, and eventually you're going to be able to do it in your sleep, but at first it's not easy. It's not easy, but it's very fun. It opens the door to basically everything in the park, so I wanted to make this video. I hope it helps you guys. Leave a like, leave a comment, and subscribe. Hit that notification bell as well. This is going to be a fun season, guys. I cannot wait. Thanks for watching. Peace.